Girl, I do apologize. I do apologize. Let's talk about R. Kelly's interview with Gayle King. Girl, one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. Girl, let me take my wig off, honey. I was cussing AT&T out, honey, and they was pissing me off. I didn't get a chance to get cute or even comb my beard. But let's go and get into it. So this morning, I woke my ass up at 7 o'clock this morning. I made sure I was already up, honey. I made sure to record, DVR this interview with Gayle King. I already saw some clips of it. They dropped it. If you need to see some of it, it's on kingandreach.com. Check it out. I watched it. I watched Gayle King sit there gracefully, ask and press R. Kelly for information. And all of it was just very weird. It's just very weird, very awkward. First of all, I don't like the fact that R. Kelly chose Gayle King for this. I think that I feel like his team purposely reached out to Gayle King because they feel like Gayle King was going to be kind of soft. There's something that y'all doing when y'all doing these interviews and y'all going to talk to these black women and stuff, and y'all trying to talk to these auntie figures and stuff, and y'all go to these folks who just kind of not going to press too hard, but do a little bit, just enough for the city. Girl, this man, when asked the question, there was one thing that continuously stood out to me is when he continuously said, I didn't do this stuff. What stuff that you did not do? Because if somebody said that, Justin, you are accused of swiping your debit card for $5,000 at Miss IKEA, I said, first of all, you can't get them. You ain't gonna, if you walking out of IKEA with $5,000 worth of stuff, you need to take your ass to Ashley Furniture or somebody else, because I don't know why you spend that type of money anyway. Secondly, I'm gonna say, girl, I was not there. I did not charge no $5,000. That's a deliberate me saying, I'm going to say what I'm being accused of. I'm not gonna say this stuff. And I feel like when you're saying this stuff, you're trying to make sure. It's kind of like when folks are scared to say I'm gay or queer or anything, or they don't want to say this, so they say this stuff or that, because they know what it is, but they don't want to call a thing a thing. And I saw that. R. Kelly, girl, watching this whole thing, you're guilty. I feel like I know for a fact you are, and I think you are terrified about actually serving time. You got away with this stuff when Gayle pressed you on the issue about new victims and stuff, new folks who coming up and saying this. You say, I beat my case. I beat my case. What does that mean when you say I beat my case? What does that mean? If it's not about you beating your case, you said, and you would say that was proven that wasn't right. That was proven that I didn't do that. The only reason why you was acquitted on that first situation is because the jury found you not guilty because there wasn't that much evidence. One of the key folks who were in the videotape that you alleged to be in, the girl didn't even want to do it. The family wasn't, going forward and saying, they said that wasn't their daughter. They didn't know who that was. And then the girl didn't, I don't think, testify. I think she did testify. I think she said it wasn't her. So all these things, now you got this new stuff that's coming out. That's why you were so strong. Baby, you get a chance, come in here and turn these grits off. Girl, I'm going off. Come in here and turn the stove off for me, please. That's why he was so, against the documentary coming out, because he knew in this movement. I think he's very pressed about this Me Too movement going on and folks being held accountable. And he does not. He's giving me Kevin Hart type of tease. Girl, give me give me something. Babe, can you come in here and turn the stove off for me, please? Girl, I'm going in. I'm okay, girl. I'm over here trying to cook grits and stuff. And it was a lot going on. But I don't understand what it is that he wanted out of this interview. And I don't know I think he has a bunch of yes men around him. Can you please turn the stove off, boo? Can you please turn the stove off? So I just feel like he's terrified of actually being held accountable. They're not going to see you, boo. They're not going to see you because I got the camera turned the other way. These grits going to burn up, child. So I think that's what it is. I think his team probably told him, sis, you about to go to jail. Sis, you might not want to do this. You might not want to do this interview. But I feel like he also had folks who probably said, go ahead and do the interview. I can't really think he didn't do anything wrong. I think the biggest thing is he paid these people. And that's where you got the conversation about the big heart. That's why he kept saying, you know, I have a big heart because he has paid these folks. Then he talked about, why would someone drop their daughter off with me? Why would they bring their young daughter with me on stage and stuff? Why would they bring them to my concert and introduce? Because they know what type of individual you are. Ain't nobody bringing no child to me to do nothing with. Ain't nobody bringing no child to me. So what does that say? Thank you, Ashanti. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It does not make, like, all this stuff. And not one time did he say, I have never done anything with such and such. Like, he said, I didn't do this stuff. It was, he just, I think the purpose of this whole thing, honestly, was to make him look better in the court of public opinion, because he has been getting his ass thrashed the last couple of weeks. He's been getting his ass thrashed, especially after the airing. Well, after the airing of the Surviving R.Kelly documentary, that's when the stuff got even heated. But he was able to do little things, you know, go to events and host little stuff, and the folks didn't, like, he had fans and stuff showing up. But now it's just like, girl, no, you look really bad. So he's not able to make any money. So I think he feels like these people have done more against him by taking the hush money, but once the money stopped, throw him under the bus or give him up. And I think he's pressed about that. Like, I took care of y'all. I made sure your family ate. So, like I said, like what's the name saying? Regina saying, bye, Robert. You're going to jail. Send that pedo to jail, period. You know you did that. There's too much evidence. The whole situation with you and Leah, that was enough for me. Once they went in detail and explained y'all got married and the wedding was like the marriage was annulled and all that other stuff. Girl, who the fuck y'all think y'all are? Rhaegar? Girl, like, no ma'am. Like, I've seen too much. Now I'm gonna say one thing, and people might disagree with me on this. It is also interesting how some folks will use, we need to wait to the court case, Everybody said we need to wait to the court case. We need to wait till they're innocent to proven guilty. Da, 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 da. A lot of people are saying that about Justice Smollett. Now everybody don't want to see no court case with R.Kelly. I guess everybody's seen enough evidence. That's a conversation I don't know if I want to have, but I just want to bring it up. It's interesting how people use stuff when it's beneficial to them. Once I've seen enough evidence on both sides. I don't believe neither one of their asses telling the truth. Both of their asses is guilty. I think R.Kelly, we know he has a history of it. But people bringing up Weinstein. Weinstein is a whole documentary coming out of him sometimes. It's sometime this year is supposed to be a documentary dropped up. Like, these folks is getting out of here. Yes, due process, all that type of stuff. The justice system is corrupt. Most definitely. And the justice system, the gavel does come harder on Black and brown folks. But I think R.Kelly is wrestling with the fact that he might spend the rest of his life in prison. And that's some scary shit. That shit will make anybody human. I think that would make anyone like have like a moment like, oh girl, like this is too much. I think that would make anybody feel like, since I'm a little scared. But Robert, you had enough time to clean up your stuff. Like, once you got acquitted, you could have cleaned up your stuff. I would have been around. You couldn't have, even if it was not true, you would have caught me around no kids. No fucking, but you still had a history of pooching around folks who are under the age of 17. Like, it's too many people telling the same stories, and people feel comfortable bringing their kids to you, and you're using your music. You're talking, this ain't about the music career. This is about my kids. I want to be around my kids, and you saying that you want to be around your kids, but yet you ain't even paid no damn child support. You own $100,000 in child support. And you stay in Trump Tower. It's too much. It's really too much. What are you wrestling with? Why not use your platform to bring attention to Caucasians that have been in the news for the same thing? Let me tell you something. I hate when y'all say, spend your time getting out Caucasian. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. I'm concerned about Black folks being hurt. If Black people are being hurt, I'm concerned about it. And I'm Black. Why would I come over here and be doing stuff in a whole, what's name's on Harvey Weinstein? When his day come, I'll probably talk about it. I'll definitely talk about it. But girl, this man has a history of hurting, not even if he didn't touch them, but mentally abusing Black girls. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about, yes, it's messed up, but I'm concerned about the folks within my own community. I'm concerned about Black women and Black boys. I'm not concerned about no damn fucking white women who are privileged enough to go to the police and tell us a story that might not be true and believe automatically because of their white. Don't give me that. And if you asking for that, you need to take your ass somewhere else. You need to take your ass to CNN because this ain't what it is. So I'm not going to excuse that. Well, you know, I'm not going to ever be the one that say that, well, this white person can go to jail for the same thing. I know that, like, but girl, if you hurting black folk, most definitely go to jail. That's period. I don't understand what's so difficult about that. I'm not looking for privilege. I'm looking for equality across the board. I'm not looking to be able to get off as much as the next white person. No, ma'am. That shit sounds stupid. But if you have not seen the interview, they did like a kind of part one and doing part two tomorrow. And then they're also going to tell the story of the girls who live in these so-and-so houses, which makes no sense to me. He said those are his quote-unquote girlfriends. I think he's trying to shield himself with this polygamy, polyamorous, whatever. I don't know what you would call that type of relationship. Like he's trying to shield himself with that and make it seem like it's something else. But I don't think, I think R.Kelly has a bunch of girlfriends. And then even if you say you're doing that, like there are some folks who are left and feel like they can't talk to their parents. Like, what type of relationship is that when these girls don't have as much power as you? Like, it's okay if it's 3-4 of these family, and they're like, why are all these girls broken? Why are all these broken girls your girlfriends? You don't have any woman like I don't understand. That's not making sense to me. Why? I don't understand it. Like, why are all broken girls interested in you? Why is it no like? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like all of them running away from home, broke, ain't got no money and shit. Like damn, because you want somebody with a broken mind so you can be able to control their ass, and that's what you've been doing. These women, I believe these women when they said all this stuff. These women were broke down, and that woman said she saw her niece on that videotape. Like there are videotapes. R.Kelly, it's over with, girl. That's it. It's videotapes, and if these folks are reporting that. There's a videotape of the girl saying this is some 14-year-old and you saying the same thing. That's what's been alleged. That's what the folks are saying. And Michael Avenatti is on your ass, girl. That's all I got. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I just wanted to give y'all a quick talk about it. But my grits and bacon and shit is burning up. Babe, can you check on this bacon, please? It's probably burnt. All my food is burnt, Lord. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more. I got a lot going on today. I'm doing a Q&A for what's the name of them folks? Chasing Atlanta. Chasing Atlanta is having this thing at Midtown Tavern tonight. I will be there doing a Q&A, honey. So it will be no wasting Wednesday this evening. If you're interested in going, please do something. Email me or tweet me or Instagram me. But I'll be hosting a Q&A with the cast of Chasing Atlanta for I think this is season 3. So that's something I'm doing. I got to do some promotion and stuff for the podcast. And I will continue to have this conversation about R.Kelly and this interview as more details and stuff come out of part 2 and whatever. I think I'm just going to keep it down to live streams. But I hope y'all have a wonderful afternoon or wonderful evening, honey. I'm going to make sure that I put the link up from the interview on kingofreads.com shortly. I love y'all, and I will talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.